The idea behind this video is to help some of y'all evaluate this airplane from distance. I looked at 5 other Skyhawks before I bought this one, and 2 of them weren't even safe to fly around the field, and that's after I'd traveled halfway across the country to go pick them up. So I want you to see what this airplane is before you go to the time and trouble to travel here to see this thing in person. I bought this airplane 25 years ago on this ramp, and I personally have put 26,000 hours on the airplane. It had 2,000 tack hours with a fresh engine when I bought it, and it just received this basic paint scheme. And but that was about 1989, 90 I bought this thing, and I flew it around 1,200 hours, tack hours a year since then. And that was in a patrol work for the menhaden industry. My average mission was about 5 hours. The airplane's been modified with a Javelin tank. It gives it 56 gallons usable, which is about 8 hours endurance. Longest I've ever flown it is 7:15. I still have a good reserve. The other modifications that have been made to the airplane that make it easier for the patrol work I did are these additional cowl doors. Got a big battery access door like the old 69 models, so you can actually change the battery or get in there and service the battery, add water, check the water, whatever, even jump straight to the battery if you want to without removing the cowl. It also has the small door for power cart. You can plug into it. This is a 12-volt airplane. The small cowl door is a modification to access the quick drain, so you can change the oil on this airplane without removing the cowl. And indeed, when I had it in service, I changed the oil every Friday, whether it was 20 hours or 60 hours. Some of the other features is this sliding glass window. And this thing makes it nice for photography. You can slide this window back and you're not having to deal with reflections on the plexiglass. This is a wind deflector here that cut down on the amount of air coming in through the open window. Because of the open window, though, even though I've got a Lightspeed headset with a boom mic, a lot of these boom mics don't do well when you're around an open window. So this airplane, I've still got it set up to operate with the old Shure microphone. And these noise canceling mics work good with the noise of the slipstream going by here. You were still very crisp and clear with this microphone, where these would pick up a lot of wind noise. So you've got this Lightspeed hardwired into here. It's also got a Bose, an older Bose, hardwired into here. Both of these are noise canceling headsets. There is no intercom in the airplane because I flew solo and didn't need it. As far as this panel's concerned, got a KX155 with glide slope, and beneath that is a KY92. That's a 720 comm. Below that is a wheel chock. That's one of the old Lorans. It's, of course, I've been looking around for one of the Loran GPSs to slide in there. Of course, I use a Garmin 395 portable. Below that is a reasonably recent King KT, let me see what it is, 76, I think it is, transponder with encoder. And I've got a Cessna ADF, so I can listen to the golden oldies while I'm out there. Airplane has a turning bank instead of the artificial horizon. The gyros are all in good working order. Got a 4-cylinder EGT, which is aging out a little bit. That's down to a couple cylinders working on that right now. Needs new probes on it. Let's see what other features I can show you on this thing. The paint, what I've been doing with the paint is, when an airplane this old, you can't really, you know, you don't want to go invest $10,000 in a strip and paint an airplane with as much time on it, because you can't get your money back out of it. So what I've done, I've just painted portions of the airplane every year. I would, like this turtle deck was shot a couple of years ago, so this was stripped and painted. These control surfaces were all stripped and repainted. Some problem areas that need the next attention are the top of the wings. The paint's getting thin. I repainted the numbers on this side because they were starting to get kind of like the ones on this side needed now. So that's been the program I've been doing, is just every year I would pick a section of the airplane and repaint that area, rather than just throwing $10,000 on a strip of paint. She's got a single strobe up here for anti-collision system instead of the old Cessna Aero Flash system. This is the aux tank. This is a Javelin 18-gallon baggage tank. This is a Cessna factory option. This there's no STC required for this because the airplane was certified with this tank in it from Cessna. And the way this works is you burn. This is the wing tanks are 19-gallon usable. You burn the right tank down, and then you switch to left tank operation. Turn the pump on and pump the fuel from this tank into the right tank. So it's a very reliable system. I used to, in order to keep from overfilling the right tank, what I used to do is, for years, I would just run it to the right tank, quit, switch to the left tank. The engine would start right back up immediately upon switching tanks, and then turn the pump on. That way I didn't have to worry about turning the pump off and on to keep from overfilling the tank. Now, if you do overfill the tank, the worst that happens is you pump fuel overboard through the vent system. Now, the engine is an 0320 E2D. I just checked the logs on it, and I'm going to have to check the numbers on it again, but it's around 2,100 hours since the last major, which was, let's go around and look at the log book again. I think it was about 4 years ago. I've overhauled this engine myself several times. I've got a small cylinder shop. I do the cylinders, and I usually buy my camshafts and followers from Rick Romaines. Here it is. This engine was overhauled and installed in spring of 2011, and it's accumulated, let me check my notes, 2,140 hours since major overhaul. Now, I know it's traditionally figured to be near TBO, but if you look, you can see where I removed this engine. Let's see if I made a notation of basically I've been running this engine to 3,000 hours between overhauls, and I have no reason to believe this engine won't continue. On the last annual, this was done, this annual will run out in July 2015. Compression was 76, 78, 76, and 77, and this engine's burning about 1 quart every 9 hours. Oh, and on the annual we got new tires, new brakes, and new brake linings. field, almost done.